Welcome to the Short Rod Show. You're talking with Ben.
And you got Brett.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. Season 3, Episode 2. Cranking out episodes every week here, all through the ice season.
Yep.
In at least the Iowa ice belt.
You can find us Sundays at 9 o'clock.
Yes.
On YouTube, on Apple Podcasts, on Stitcher, and Podbean. And everywhere else.
I was going to say, all over the internet.
Yeah, all over. I've thought about, I got a notification over the summer that Facebook offers, you can put podcasts on Facebook, but I don't know, man. You never know what Facebook's stealing, so I don't know if I want to do that or not.
We don't want to give away everything.
No. Yep. Mark Zuckerberg creeps me out, so I don't think I want to put it on there.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that. So, what are we chatting about today, Brett?
Today we're going to touch a little bit here first thing. Just dropping out the new episode, some of our new announcements from the last episode, just how some of that went here as we dropped all that out on Facebook. Also, we got out on the boat on Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah. So just talking about, getting out early and finding some new spots to check out early ice. Because a lot of times the water temp was 45 degrees, 47. Mm-hmm. Those fish are really starting to kind of stage up, and you can expect to start to find those fish in the same spots for early ice. Although we probably still have another month and a half yet. But
we're basically just trying to get out and enjoy it while you can.
Yep.
When there's good weather.
Yep. And it's not necessarily finding fish. I want to go out and find. When I'm over them on the boat, you got a lot better chance to find those cribs and that sort of stuff. But we'll talk about that a little bit and go more in depth. But then also reeds. So early season, everybody's thinking gear. What do I need? What do I got to get set up? Got to go. Especially this season.
Absolutely.
With shortages. I mean, I freaking still walk down Fleet Farm, and half the shelves are empty. And I'm like, my God, the season just started.
Yeah. And forget about
up.
trying to find any kind of ammo.
Yeah,
for
but
hunting stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the most obvious. That's been gone for months and years.
It's your own fault for not hoarding it early. That's
exactly.
your own fault.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So we'll chat about all that on this episode. But yeah, I've been really getting a lot of interaction on the Facebook giveaway. If you guys haven't seen that, that's Brett's mastermind. He's really working that.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. I really thought that the idea of having the 3 ways to enter was kind of a good way to get people kind of excited. You don't have to just like and share and comment, and if you want to, you can just go subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want to, you can just follow us or whatever. But pile of people entered. Pretty excited about it.
Yeah, so go over on our Facebook page and click on that post. Comment with your jacket size.
Yep.
So you know what we're dealing with, and then go over follow the Iceaholics page.
Yep. Join, I think is what my terminology was off. I was corrected.
So you want to join
page.
Iceaholics. I like it
because Jesse has to say you can be a part of us.
Yeah. So that sounds awesome.
And that's the biggest thing I'm super excited about is just having the opportunity to. I mean, Jesse's in Ontario, however far away from us that is, and just being able to connect with those folks in that group and.
That's a sick reel. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, that Trick Shot. I think that's what it's called. Trick Shop.
Yep.
Red and black.
Yep.
Free Fall Black Betty.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the free falls, but I'd put that on a rod.
You'd fish with it.
Oh, I would
it's
fish
not
with
a schoolie, but you'd fish with it.
Yeah. I'd make sure I was around a bunch of people. I'd show off a little bit.
Peel it out of its gold coated.
It's the same reason anybody buys that neon green pickle stick. You just want people to see it is all.
Absolutely. Just really want to show it off. No, it's a cool giveaway. And clam jacket, ice armor, solid.
Yeah, it's a staple of
can't go wrong
of the ice fishing arsenal. So
that should go to someone who's wearing a Carhartt coat or an old ratty or no coat. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That'd be a huge step up.
Or anyone. But
anyone. So anyone can enter. Just go over, follow our page, comment on that post. With your jacket
all the rules
size.
are written out on there.
Go read it.
So next week is when we're going to announce the winner. We're going to have Jesse on next week.
Oh my gosh, it's coming up quick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Yep.
So excited to have Jesse on the show. That'll be cool.
Yeah, my goal really for that was just to get it out before Black Friday.
Yeah.
If you're still looking for deals, if you want to do something like that, the winner knows what they got before Black Friday so they don't go out and buy a jacket already, or if you're looking to shop around. So I thought maybe that'd work out well.
That'd be cool. Good deal. But yeah, a lot of support on our Facebook page. That just really helps our podcast.
Oh, yeah.
You know, get known around the internet, have people find us. We hear about that every day of new people finding us. And just when you think you're getting, you know, a wider reach, we find even more people that haven't heard about us.
Yeah.
So there's always more work to be done. Just really cool growing the podcast and getting more people to know about
It's almost
the Short Ride
like
Show.
somehow every once in a while you just infiltrate a new circle of people.
Yeah.
Like someone in that circle just finds out about us, and then boom, we have like 50 new followers.
Yeah.
And then it'll be a while, and then boom, a whole bunch more.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of interesting.
And it's really cool. Our goal is to get some good info out for you guys early ice, pre-ice, while you're sitting around, you know, kind of the in-between time. Guys are out hunting. They're out, you know, messing around with leaves and stuff.
A lot of time to think about ice fishing while you're sitting in the deer stand.
Absolutely. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, so we were out on Saturday. Wanted to get the boat taken out. Head over, do some scanning on some of our favorite spots. Check out, had some cribs marked. Which is pretty cool. When you have access to that was super slick.
Well,
on the Garmin.
Yeah, and the real key with the Garmin and any GPS unit that you're using to do that is that you can mark those points. And then you can take those back and reuse those ice fishing.
And a lot of those just came straight off the DNR site. Like we talked about, it's that first season, I think.
Yeah, but those, I mean, they're not dead on.
No, they're not.
They're not nearly as accurate as what you need them to be. There's been some drift over the years on where.
But you can fine tune that. That's the best part. Going out, you know, being a lot more mobile in your boat, going out scanning. Marking exactly, which we need to figure out how to do that on a Garmin. Actually mark off of a side view image. Mark that point on a brush pile.
We just need to figure out how to use it. I don't know.
I know there's a way to do that.
I know on my Humminbird, I can just scroll over and I can mark right where it's at.
Yeah, but we were dropping points like crazy.
And you're 50 feet off the point.
Yeah, it's like, shoot.
That you want. Yeah. And with that side imaging, what's real nice and what I've done with my Humminbird before is, so say I'll scan a crib and I can pause that image and then I can mark a point on all four corners of that crib.
Oh, okay. Four points.
Yeah. Well, that's what I told you. I've got like 1,000 freaking points on my. That's how I end up with that many on.
That's a good idea.
Because then you know exactly where it's lined up. You know the parameters of that. So say you're not catching something on the corner, you want to catch something on the side, or you want to go on the inside of that crib or brush piles. One thing that would be real handy if I could, and I just got to go in and edit it, is to know how tall that brush pile is. If I could mark that in my point. So say I'm in 15 foot of water, but that brush pile comes up 6 feet. And I mean, I'm already marking kind of the perimeter of the brush piles just to know how tall it is.
See, I think it would be real worthwhile. Maybe next year we do this, but we just get like 2 or 3 guys on a boat and we go through. One guy is just driving the boat. The other guy is just running the Garmin and marking spots. And then somebody else on an active captain app editing all those as you go.
Sure.
Where you like drop a point. Okay, then somebody goes on their phone and syncs it or has it synced, and then they can go back and go brush pile, you know, big sticks, little sticks.
Yeah, the density of that brush pile.
Yeah, this is, you know, the honey hole, or you name it. Yeah, something.
That's
like
a big
that.
deal, is the density of the brush pile.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
And then we could sell it to people.
Or like if it's a lot of times what the Iowa DNR will do is it'll be like big old cedar trees that they'll drop down there. And so you'll have one end where it'll be just the stump, and then you'll have a big dense piece, and then it tapers off to a point, or less dense.
Just a sideways cedar tree.
Yeah, where you want that dense part. That's where a lot of the fish are sitting. Or sometimes you'll find them sitting off the stump.
But I think that would be slick. Have 3 guys doing it and just going to town, actually getting the notes in there, because I know you can edit those points, make notes. That's what would be really useful. And then
I wouldn't say that it'd be terribly useful while you're on the ice. What it is, it's nice is when you're pre-scouting to think about, well, where do I want to go today? What do I want to do tomorrow? Or that sort of deal. Really helps you kind of speed up the process of where to start and what you want to look at.
Yeah, and that's a really cool opportunity for lakes that, you know, like you said, don't move very much. We're not talking like rivers and backwaters and stuff, but stuff that's just
water
that lake's going to have. Yeah, it's going to have the same kind of structure for a long time. And then you could take that ice fishing and then also add in that data of your fishing activity on those points. And go, all right, brush pile 42. Yeah, hadn't seen anything on it all year. You know, I checked it a couple times or whatever. Yeah, dead point. Brush pile 43 though.
Dead on at
They're
5
always
o'clock.
there.
Yep.
Yep. Or at least the decoy crappie.
Or I've had it where you'll see some of those points where maybe the fish don't necessarily stack up inside that brush pile. They're stacked up on top of it or off to the side. But then there's other, and I don't know why, the science behind it or whatever they're doing, but some of them, those fish will stack up inside that brush pile, and you got to drop your lure in that brush pile to get them out.
That's musky mode.
And then other ones, other fish will just hang out to the side. They won't even be inside of it.
Yeah.
I'm sure it has something to do with the density and the type of brush it is. Or
I was
whatever,
thinking just straight predators. If there's predators around, they're just going to be
in tight.
Yeah, just
Maybe.
really looking out for each other.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But you get the brush piles, but then you also got rock. That's always just a go-to.
Yeah, and transitions too.
I would pick up more rock piles more in the mornings and the evenings is when I would try to more target rock piles usually. But
yeah, we've had some good luck on those.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
But,
and then those sand to mud transitions, mud to sand transitions.
And they're really easy to see in the boat.
Yep. Yeah. And like gravel piles, that kind of thing. You're not when you say rock pile, I think
that's
like,
what I mean. No,
like
not
a big
boulders. No.
Yeah. You're basically just talking some pea gravel, some river rock
gravel
kind of stuff. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yep.
And really what I'd look for in the boat still, I mean, I'm still thinking solely boat before I think ice fishing is. So you mentioned like a sand to mud transition or your gravel piles, is I want all three of those things coming together. So like we pointed out that point when we were out fishing.
Yep.
Where it's a little bit of a offshore, like a kind of a little point, two little humps, and then there's a saddle in between.
Oh yeah.
And then the DNR dropped rock pile right on top, right in that saddle. And that is a money spot. Not ice fishing though. Open water, it's been good to us. Ice fishing, I haven't caught nothing on it. I don't think it's deep enough.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and by the time you add a foot of ice on that, there's not enough water to.
Yeah.
It kind of squeezes the fish around other places, keeps them away.
It's those types of examples where you have multiple. You have your natural structure, then you have some artificial structure that's been dropped out there as well. That really makes it the spot on the spot sort of thing.
Yep.
And like you had mentioned for that other spot you're fishing, and you could break that down a little bit, where we went and cane pulled.
Yep.
Just talk about the spot a little bit on why you think that's a spot on the spot sort of thing.
Well, so I don't know anymore because we really didn't catch anything. That's the problem.
But if I was hitting bottom, I wasn't catching fish. But if I moved over far enough where it was deep enough that I couldn't hit bottom, that's when the fish would bite.
You were getting bites, yeah, but I don't know if we really found a pattern. But that spot was a good spot because of just the different structure around it. I mean, it was hard to get the boat.
What was that structure?
It was just brush piles.
No, you had depth changes.
That other spot. I gotcha. Yeah, that spot.
Yeah, talk about that.
That spot. That was a very high producing spot in the spring, in the like midsummer.
Yep.
And then I hadn't really fished it because it gets fished a lot,
hard,
and like
it's a community spot.
Yeah, and we need to touch on boat etiquette too because that was
Ben was not.
That was crazy. I wasn't the one.
Yeah, I wouldn't have pulled up that close to the other boats.
So that spot, I mean, that was a huge. There's a lot of transition points all coming together. It's kind of like something for everybody. It's like a little fish carnival there.
Yep.
They got every kind of different structure you can get is in a small condensed area. So when you're just tooling around in your boat and you're trying to find the spot on the spot,
there's opportunity
there. Yep.
Because it comes up. You got a little point coming off the land. Mm-hmm. And then there's a steep break.
Yep.
And then there's a steep break and it levels off, and then it also drops again into the river, into the creek channel.
Yep.
And then there's also brush piles out there.
Easy access for predators, easy access for things shooting by.
Yep.
And fish can also hide along in the kind of underwater hills and transition.
And then
points.
there's also a brush pile or two over there.
Yep.
And you could definitely tell there's some guys that when we pulled up there, they were fishing the brush pile. We weren't fishing the brush pile, I don't think.
Yeah.
We were fishing more of the depth. And it was interesting. So fishing with that cane pole, what do you got? 12 feet of line on there, something like that.
It was only like 8. I think I started with because I actually
cut off.
I did a little cane pole research, and I was trying to figure out okay, how do you rig this up? And they said to use like 1.5 times your pole length, or something, or one. Yeah, maybe it's 1 time, but I should look it up again.
Do that.
But I think I did tie it at 12, 13 foot.
Okay,
and then I think I broke off a couple times, so then
It's gotten shorter.
Then it's gotten shorter, so now it's like 8 feet, and I think it's a Shakespeare Wonder pole.
Yep.
So
that thing was legit.
It's a 13-foot fiberglass extendable cane pole.
Yep.
But it's super basic. It's got a little eyelet at the end, and you tie your line to that.
Yep.
And then you got however much line you tied on originally.
Yep.
And that's how you fish it. So in your case, it probably wasn't getting down quite.
Well, that was that's what I meant.
Spots. Yeah.
If I was shallow enough where I could hit bottom with the, because we were running more like a drop shot type deal off the end of that cane pole.
Yep.
If it was shallow enough where I was at dropping and I could hit bottom, I wasn't getting bites.
Yep.
Wasn't getting nothing. But if I moved over 3 feet to a little bit more depth, and then I couldn't hit bottom quite yet, then that's where I'd get bites. Now they were dinks. We didn't catch anything, but it just kind of goes to highlight a little bit of that spot on the spot sort of deal.
Yeah. So the other rod that I had was a HT Enterprises, and I can't remember what that one's called. But anyway, it's an extendable cane pole. It's only like 10 foot, but it had a reel on the back, so you could have it feeds line all the way through the pole through the center and then comes out. So you can set that up. That's a lot more versatile there, but definitely not as good action as that 13-footer.
No, that thing was
just. Oh my gosh.
You'd bend it in half just to set the hook and on nothing.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
That was interesting.
That's pretty neat. So if you guys haven't cane pole fished, go ahead and try.
That's the first time I've ever had a cane pole in my hand.
It's fun when you get it set up right and you're on a decent bite.
I mean, it's really kind of the open water fishing version of ice fishing sort of deal.
Exactly. Yep. That's the long rod addiction.
And especially out where we were fishing, getting your lure away from the boat's important because that boat definitely spooks fish.
Oh yeah.
I don't care what depth you're in.
Yep.
It's definitely
and you can see that on the sonar.
Yep. You'd pull up and there'd be fish everywhere. Then you sit in that spot for more than 2 minutes and it's deserted.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But boating etiquette, seriously, like I was totally comfortable with what we were doing because we were not that close to those guys.
Yeah, I bet we were 100.
It looked like.
I bet we were. Yeah, I guess we were probably 100.
They weren't going to cast at us.
No, they weren't.
Like
you're right.
That's my kind of rule. Like see how they're fishing. They were all just kind of looked like they were trolling, but I think they were just
they weren't. Yeah, they were just sitting there. It was deceiving because they probably just had their iPilot on spot lock.
Mm-hmm. And then, so when I went out, I took my son out on Sunday to that same kind of area. Nobody was there. It was just us. And then in like half an hour, like all hell broke loose. Six boats come rolling in. Guy on a kayak. I mean, he didn't care at all. He just dove,
he just
threaded the needle right through all the fish or all the boats, and got to his spot.
He wanted that spot.
That spot.
That was the spot on the spot.
That's where the kayaker went.
Yep.
I'm like, oh man.
But that's what I mean. That spot
gets fished hard.
It gets fished so hard that you have to be on a very specific spot to even get a bite.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is, I mean, that's why they call it fishing.
Yep.
Not just catching. So with that, I'm going to transition a little bit because we talked about, the main topic of this episode so far is just using open water tactics, using your boat to scout, using all the tools at your disposal for ice fishing.
Early ice.
Yes.
Yep.
And I got a little surprise for you.
Okay.
So I got to grab that.
Okay. Well, you better hurry. We're live. Oh, what's in this?
Oh, it's in my cooler.
Hey.
This is what I'm going to run this year.
Oh, you bought a live scope? You did. I thought you said you weren't going to get it.
It's live on air. No, it's not a live scope.
Oh.
For you guys listening. Not quite.
Oh, so you did get the Garmin mounted up. I said that, and you was like, I don't know if you can do it or not.
It was so hard not to tell you. And even like last week,
Ooh,
I was
nice.
going to whip it out, and then we didn't talk about gear. So
that's legit. Ooh, the Summit.
So yeah.
The Summit bag.
So what we're looking at, guys, for you guys on the podcast, we have the Summit shuttle.
Yep, which is a 3D printed shuttle, it looks like, I believe.
Yep, and the Summit bag, the large bag.
Amped outdoors battery.
Yeah,
charger.
I just went with the amped.
Yeah.
I mean, just the amped. I did the 30 amp.
Yeah, you got the big sucker.
Yeah,
nice.
So I
That'll
have my
legit.
Garmin mounted on the Summit shuttle, which I read a lot of reviews on it, and it's super solid. I don't know.
Yeah, I've been very
They did
impressed with
things
3D
right.
printed stuff.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot of skepticism at first, but
and then I got a little light job on the bottom.
So did you wired up this light stuff by yourself, or did it come with that stuff?
That's 2 USB ports with USB lights.
Oh, gotcha.
So, yeah, charge your phone, run whatever you want. I got the little charger pigtail off the back. Had to do some creative wiring on it, but it turned out
it looks real
slick.
So yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people that kind of bag on the Garmin shuttles, and I don't know. I think it's pretty nice, to be honest with you.
The Summit shuttle that's my jam there. So that's what I'm going to be running this year, along with the Markham. We'll see.
Yep.
We'll see what I like better, but just having the maps.
Do you want my transducer?
Yeah, I do.
Yep.
That was my way of asking for running the GT10.
I have no idea. Yeah, it might be.
So I need to hook that up yet. But yeah, it's just going to be a straight ice fishing machine. Still on the fence about live scope. I don't know this year if I can swing that or not, but I don't like to go all in yet, so we'll see. Next year's live scope might be better too.
There might be something else that comes out.
I mean, at this point,
I haven't heard any rumblings really, but
yeah,
I don't think it'd be a bad way to go.
Yeah, hold that up so people can see.
Well, I got your points on here. I pulled up your map.
No, why are you doing that?
I don't want to hold it up to the camera.
Hold it over sideways. We'll have to blur it out later.
You got so dang many track lines on here, you can't read what's going on anyways.
Yeah, so I can figure all that out. But
so point number 25. No, that's a DNR point. That's a DNR point.
Yeah, so we'll have to.
Well, no, I was actually looking up I was looking at the point you were just talking about to double check on the structure and everything that's coming up. So
there we go.
I was wrong. It's not really a point. It's more of it comes off land, dips down to about 6 feet, and then there's like a little hump that comes up to about 4. And then it drops down to a little flat at about 13 foot, and then from that flat drops down to the river channel. And it looks like we were kind of sitting right on the edge of the flat that drops into the river channel.
There we go.
And that seemed to be the point on the point.
Yep.
Where it was I bet what was happening was I'd be on the flat with my jig cane pulling, and I could touch the bottom.
Yep.
Then as I moved off the edge of that drop, fish were sitting right off that drop.
Yeah.
Man, we might have to start doing this more often. I like having the map in the studio here so I could chat about that.
So I did run a little runtime test. Okay, and it's not going to be super accurate because
I bet this thing runs forever.
I didn't have the transducer on there. But I was measuring about 0.6 amps running on that thing for power draw with the brightness cranked all the way up. I mean, everything.
Yeah.
And it sat there for 60 hours.
Oh, yeah. I don't doubt that.
Nonstop.
Yeah. I mean, with my Panoptix running, I could run it just off of a 12 volt a 12 amp hour for 10 hours.
So that's a 30 amp hour battery. That's the Amped Outdoors, the regular lithium iron phosphate one, not this fancy 14.8 volt whatever.
Yeah.
And the Garmin 73 UHD.
I know. I was a little bummed about having to get the Amped. I mean, it's a fine battery. Don't get me wrong. Works well. But I really wanted the Nordic battery because it comes with the USB ports already built in. But they're sold out for basically forever as far as I can tell.
The other thing with that battery, it sat at 13 volts straight for like 45 hours. I mean, it's got a real flat curve. So it sat there and just cooked at 40-some volt or 13-some volts. So pretty cool. But yeah, the reason I went with this now is because I figure it's going to be tough to get these later.
Yeah,
if I'm going to get one and just kind of on the fence.
When did you order this?
September.
When did you get it?
September.
Oh, okay, sweet, nice.
Yeah.
Geez, you kept that from me for that long.
Yeah.
My God, I wouldn't have been able to keep a secret that long.
No kidding. Cool.
I was just looking up this. So the rock piles where we first started, kind of where they were sitting and how they sit. So if you think of, so there's a little creek channel. It's one arm of the lake we were fishing. It's up an arm, and it's in about 10 feet of water. There's a creek channel that runs through it.
Yep.
Or runs around it. So it's on the inside turn of the creek channel. There's a little flat right there that they put
the rock pile
on there.
Yep.
And it kind of runs, it's kind of oblong.
Yep.
I don't know, 50 to 100 foot.
So, it's definitely going to be nice having the maps on the water, on the ice this year. Your maps, my maps.
That's something you never
Compare
had.
points, yeah. Never been out with GPS, so it'll be cool.
That's a big deal.
Yep.
Having GPS out there, just knowing where you're at, where you're going.
Man, now you're just going to play with that all night.
I know. I like running.
Take it home.
I know it. I still don't know that I'm in love with.
You might be able to clamp ears into that.
This looks really good. That you do the active scan or what's it called?
Active Captain.
No, not the Active Captain.
Quick Draw.
Quick Draw. So it's live drawing as your transducer is moving across the lake. It's live picking up the depth and it's recording it.
Yep.
I like that a lot, but I'm not sure I'm in love with the Navionics yet. But
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, coming up next after the break, guys, we're going to chat on the Reed's catalog.
Yep.
Talk through some new gear and play with that some more.
Yeah, I'll keep playing with this, see if we can find some more spots.
All right.
Coming up next on
the Short Rod Show. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining us through the break. We were talking a little bit about gear. Got Brett all primed up on the Garmin shuttle game.
Yep.
Yeah, real excited to run that this year. That'll be pretty cool. Up in the game, not quite live scope, but hey, it'll work pretty well.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll
just having maps. Fish. That's going to be a game changer for me because, like we said before, I have no sense of direction. So,
and now getting that open water unit out on the ice with you will be a big deal. Yep,
absolutely. So, wanted to talk through new gear, different kinds of gear, some of the deals going on this year. As you guys know, supply chain stuff is crazy right now. It's hard to get what you want.
Yep.
Hard to pick it out. Hard to find stuff in stock, and so on and so forth. So if you're looking to get something, probably should just get it when you can. I mean,
if you see it,
someone has it in stock.
You want it.
Probably be good to get.
Yep.
And looking at Reed Sports out of Walker, Minnesota.
I like Reed's a lot.
Reed's is a cool place. They do a lot for ice fishing specific gear. You know, they come out with their ice catalog every year.
Support your favorite show.
Got it pulled up right here, and we're going to just hit some of the highlights on it. This isn't a sales pitch for Reed's. They're not sponsored by Reed's. Just it's a cool platform to talk through some of the new gear and the different types of things going on with ice fishing gear. So right off the bat, oh my gosh, right off the bat, their starter packs are kind of cool. Small, medium, and large ice fishing starter
I like what
packs.
they've done with that bundle. That's kind of a slick deal.
Yeah, so the small starter pack is a Eskimo Quick Fish 2 hub.
Yep.
Okay, basic hub. 8-inch hand auger.
Yep. That'd be pretty rough there in Walker, Minnesota, but
an 8-inch Eskimo. A Markham M1. All right, good entry-level machine.
Yep.
An ice tip-up, the Firehouse Arctic Claw. All right, haven't seen those before, but a 2B Select Ultimate Nude Rod.
Noodle rod, huh? Nice.
The ultimate nude. And then a Fluger Tryon 20. So that's $600.
That'd get you on the ice real nice.
Gets you ice fishing, yeah.
Well, what I like about those packages that they put together like that is it makes it easy for non-ice fishing people to buy something for someone that wants to get into ice fishing.
Yeah.
Or someone that isn't into ice fishing and wants to upgrade their gear, get some new stuff. It just makes it easy.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a pretty neat idea. So these are all bundles, so you just buy one thing and you get everything included. For $1,000 now, the medium one's a Quick Fish 3, another hub.
Yep.
That one looks like it's the eye, so it's an insulated hub. 8-inch pistol bit.
Which is all right, but you can't drill a hole by itself with a pistol bit.
Throw your Craftsman drill on there and try her out.
Throw whatever you want on there, yeah.
A Markham M5. All right, so that's a $500 machine.
Yep.
Another Ice House Firehouse Arctic Claw tip-up. A Elliott Wally Perka rod.
I've heard those Elliott rods. That people like those a lot.
All right, and then a Fluger Tryon. Not bad. So they're advertising that at $1,229 for the retail price.
Yeah,
selling it for $1,000.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty fair deal.
The large package, this is kind of cool. For $1,500, a Eskimo Outbreak 450. That's a big hub.
Yeah.
Looks like 8-inch Ion. All right, that's pretty cool. Getting your electric.
I really feel like this big
game.
Bundle, you really get your money's worth.
And then a Markham MX7 GPS.
I mean, what are those, $900 by themselves?
I think they're like $600.
Are they?
Yeah. Not the lithium one.
Oh, gotcha.
Firehouse lighted tip-up. Ooh. A 2B Evolution rod, a 42 medium fast. All right.
I'd be fine if they got rid of the tip-ups in the package and added something else.
There you go. And a Pflueger Triumph. Yeah, like
maybe add some baits.
Some baits, yeah. Or
Bait
maybe even like some gloves or a hat or something like that.
Get rid of that tip-up.
$1,500 there. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, like you said, that's a good way to just get started ice fishing.
I think that's a cool idea to bundle that stuff together.
The ice auger game, you got your Ion R1 and G2.
What's the difference between those two?
Gosh, I need my X-ray
R1 and
specs out.
G2 is one's just newer.
Yeah, you get 2 batteries with the G2. The G2 is lighter. Looks
Gotcha.
like it's it's a light flight version, basically.
It's the Ion version of the Striker 24 volt.
No, it'd be like a 40 volt.
Oh, it's still 40.
With the light version.
Gotcha.
$729 for an 8-inch.
You know, it seems like a lot, but by the time you try to buy a drill and pair that with like a pistol bit or something,
True,
you're not that far off.
That makes sense.
But if you already have the drill, I mean, that's a different story. But
I've heard
if it's like you, where you like to just have a drill just to use for ice fishing, you don't use it for anything else.
Yeah.
Then you're not that far off just to buy something like that.
Yeah. And then you can still buy gas ice augers. Look at this. You got your Eskimo, your Mako M43, $400.
Yeah, those
get you on the ice forever.
I can't believe they haven't come down in a little bit there on price, but it still blows me away. You see on Facebook somebody trying to sell a used gas auger for like $300.
Hey, yeah, exactly.
Like, you ain't selling that.
And then new this year looks like the Pro Lithium Strike Master 40 volt light. So they call it a Pro Lithium because it's got a 6 amp battery.
Yeah.
With USB ports built in. That's your jam right there. Brett's all
I like the USB built port. Well, what's nice is you can obviously charge your things off, but you can use it for other stuff. You can take it with you during the summer and go camping and do all sorts of stuff. Throw it in your backpack. I like that.
You're gonna wear that.
That's what I do with my That's what I do with my lithium amped battery. Is I got a USB port to hook up to it, and I took that hunting to keep my phone charged all day while I was running my OnX apps.
There you go.
And watching YouTube in the afternoon.
Exactly.
Well, because I'd go out there all day. I need something to pass the afternoon.
Yep. Makes sense. So that's $649 for one battery, or $849 with 2 batteries.
Those batteries are expensive.
That's for the 8-inch version. Yeah. Holy crap.
Do they sell a 10-inch version of that? Sure they do.
They sell a 10-inch for the regular 40 volt, 619 with 2 batteries.
They don't make a 10-inch light flight.
They have a chipper drill, a 10 1/4 chipper drill you can buy separate for $130.
I'm starting to wonder what the value of the chipper is anymore, to be honest.
I mean, it's got to be just dirty ice. Guys in wheelhouses that just want something, I don't know, something sturdy. So that's kind of interesting. K-drill, we're going to skip over that.
Yeah, there's nothing new on there.
Nothing too new. High-tech stuff, Eskimo, Escape. That's kind of
Eskimo's really bringing their game these days. Last couple of years, I feel like they've really picked up their advertising.
They've stepped it up, definitely.
Really trying to really compete in the market. And I've always thought they've got great products. But then obviously I run a Sierra Thermal, and I'm thinking once I'm ready to actually buy an ice suit, I'll probably buy the Eskimo, whatever the suit is.
The full flannel suit?
Yeah. I like the look, man. I like that look.
You gotta have the full flannel.
Yeah, I grew up watching Red Green.
Over on the Otter side for shelters, I thought this is kind of interesting. Just pricing wise, I mean, these are probably good prices. Just
inflation's
gone up a lot. So the Pro XT Pro Crossover Lodge is $1,100 now.
What was it before? Do you have any thoughts?
I was thinking it was like $899.
I don't follow them that close just because I already got a shelter.
And then the regular Otter crossover, $934. Dang.
Yeah, having those side doors though would be handy. I haven't fished out of one yet.
Oh, that's what I was looking at. Your Otter ice case too, the ProTech rod case.
My God, that case is ridiculously expensive.
So that's the I don't know. It says it's the pinnacle of protection for your ice fishing combos.
Better. Well, when you get to the ice fishing rods, once you see how expensive those things are, the custom ones, I mean,
I get it.
Maybe it's worth spending $250 on
get
an ice
something
rod
that's going to actually, keep.
If you're going to be spending, if you're going to be keeping $1,000 worth of rods in your case, you just as well do it. Now, I'm not going to be putting all my schoolies in that thing by no means. The bucket does just fine.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so the The 40-inch rod case, $180.
Yep.
Excuse me. The deep rod case, $230. And then you got your 48 deep rod case, $270.
Yee.
Whew. That's getting up there, definitely. Got to pay to play with your
Well, you don't
big
have to
rods.
You don't necessarily need something like that, but that is the Mac Daddy.
Running through a bunch of ice rods,
Combos,
Shimano stuff.
tuned up custom.
Yep. The usual Okuma.
I'm on board with the Okuma stuff.
Yeah, they seem to do pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. That's usually what
I like
run.
their Samar. I mean, I run them open water, but I like that Samar.
And ice. It works great.
Well,
ice.
I don't run them on ice, but yeah.
Yep. For the money, for a $40 rod,
Yeah.
that's the way
Or
to
real.
go. For real, yeah. Yep. What else do we have here? Coming up on Icewell, Mr. Heater stuff. What do you think of the Buddy Flex? Have you seen that?
I haven't ever been around one in real life yet, so I don't know.
So I like the idea of being able to cook on top.
It looks pretty big.
So you have this cooker attachment that you can hook to it. So you
Sure.
like undo the heater part,
Yep.
but you can't heat while you cook. It's separate.
Oh, really? Oh, well.
So
that
it's two
kinda
separate
sucks.
things, but I think you can only use one at a time. so.
I like the cooker that you have. I think
Yeah.
a lot. The Walmart attachment.
Yep. Buckshot spoons, Acme, all your typical baits. This was I think the clam baits, the Clam Pro tackle,
The Tikka Minnow.
the Ribbon Leech Flutter Spoon is going to be.
Let me see that thing.
What do you think of that?
It just looks like a regular flutter spoon of some sort to me. But what's it made of?
But it's in cool
Tungsten,
colors.
probably.
Yeah,
I don't know if you get these tungsten spoons, but
I don't think so.
what's that? The deal above there, the
Silky trailer.
silky. I think those. I like those. I think those look good.
So is that like a plastic?
Yeah, it's got plastic ball and then it's got like silky
Plastic
threads
ball
coming
with
off.
silky hair.
Yeah, silky hairs coming off the sides, but looks a little bit like a mustache.
Interesting.
But I like those. That's a nice something to add a little bulk to your presentation.
And then the Tikka Minnow.
Yeah.
Some knives. Oh, here you go. Here's your flannel. The
Yep.
Eskimo flannel.
Yep.
No, they don't have it in soup form. Dang, the Legend suit, $500.
What's Legend? Oh, is that the Eskimo version?
Yep. There's some cheaper ones. That's not too bad. There's your clam ice armor stuff. Strikers got some new patterns out. I don't know if they've really changed a whole lot otherwise.
No.
Looks
There's not a lot really new hitting the market
Not
this
a
year.
ton of like innovative stuff.
No.
Strike Master.
Not like it has been in the past couple years here recently.
Boots. Oh, batteries. So yeah, this is kind of interesting. So they're selling your Amped Outdoors batteries. The one I got is the tall battery.
Okay.
So not the wide battery. So the tall one, $190.
Yep. Okay, so speaking of batteries, this is not on the Reed's deal, but you see DeWalt's coming out with a new battery. Mm-hmm. The Power Stack.
Yeah, I don't know much about it.
I'm kind of pumped up about that, actually. I was watching some videos on it. So instead of going with the round cells,
Yeah.
they're flat cells that have larger contact points so they can get more power out of them.
Oh, okay.
Immediately, they can have more instant power coming out of them.
Sweet.
Even like putting them in the regular drills, you got more power, more speed out of them than running the old batteries.
Interesting.
And they're smaller
Okay.
and lighter. So I think,
Win, win, win.
man, yeah.
Are you going to be upgrading the old 5 amp hour batteries?
Yeah.
You are.
If they're
Brett
not,
is going to buy
if they're
a Power Stack battery.
If that Power Stack battery is not $300 for a one, I probably will, because then it'll be super handy to take out on ice fishing. Then I get the deal with the USBs. I can start using it for other stuff. Take it camping.
There you go.
Take it
So
out
what
hunting.
kind of like amp hour are we talking on these? Do you know?
No,
They probably don't advertise it.
I haven't seen any of them actually for sale yet. All I've seen is some demos.
I would be very impressed if you got one.
Well, I was looking at the FlexVolt stuff there for a while, but I was like, you know what? I don't even need that much power, and they're huge batteries.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
The 5 volt or the 5 amp hour stuff that I've got, 2 batteries that I got work I rarely kill them unless I'm doing a heck of a project like building that deck.
You only have 2 batteries.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Even ice fishing, I rarely kill the one battery.
Yeah, and then you always are with me, and I have like a
Well, yeah,
whole
because we're
case
usually
of like
fishing
5
with
batteries.
Yeah, we're usually running yours and your
Oh my gosh.
flexible battery.
I probably have 12 DeWalt batteries, at least, all over the place.
Yeah, that's why you need to
I
get
probably can't even find them all right
That way you
now.
need to
They're
get some
stashed
power
all
stack
over.
batteries.
Man, dang.
So I am kind of jazzed about that. The thought of using those to power stuff instead of buying a designated battery. Although I did buy this Amped Outdoors battery, but
So what's cool about the Amped Outdoors, I thought, was just the amount of life you can get out of it.
yep,
They last a long time, but you can also recharge them a ton.
Yep.
Like way more than a DeWalt battery could.
Well, and I'll use mine open water and stuff too. So
Yeah.
it's just always going to be in use. So I didn't see any need to try to convert more DeWalt batteries into it. When those DeWalt batteries, frankly, are kind of expensive anyways.
Yep.
Versus just buying an Amped Out or Norsec battery, but
Yep.
you can't buy many of those. I was even looking in when did I buy that? October, and half the batteries I was looking at buying were already sold out.
Yeah. Crazy.
And I was like, my God.
Man, people haven't even really gotten into the ice season kick yet. That's
No.
what's going to be interesting about
Well,
this
the
year.
Norsec ones, they're all sold out through the Humminbird ice bundles and stuff now.
That was a genius move on Hummingbird's part. Just wrapping up the market on that. Just locking it down.
It'll be interesting if we run into anybody on ice that has the new
They had a
Mega
couple
Imaging.
at Sportsman's, I think.
the Mega Imaging.
No.
Or not, Mega Live. Sorry, yeah, Mega Live.
Yeah. I don't know. That video I sent you the other day, the comparison of it,
I didn't
I
get
don't know
a
what
chance
to
to
think.
look at
It'd
it.
be interesting to see it on ice because I don't know if anybody really has done a lot on ice
Yeah.
yet.
I think I like the concept of the 360 Humminbird 360 on ice.
Yep.
You can't fish under it, but heck, that would help you really hone in
Just
on where fish are at.
find 'em, yeah.
And really get a good visual of what the structure looks like that you're fishing. I like that thought of it.
It looks like Markham dropped the LX6. They just have the LX7.
Well, that makes sense.
Dang.
I don't know. I'm concerned about Markham's viability in surviving the next several years.
The lithium shuttle is back to where it should be, $200.
Yeah, the lithium shuttle is what is. I feel like that's all Markham is selling these days.
They got some other stuff, but they got their batteries. These batteries, I don't know.
Well, what about those cameras that they sell?
Oh yeah, the Pursuit
The
HD.
Recon.
$500 for the Pursuit HD. Yeah, the Recon's still $370.
Gee, I do like that shuttle. That was a good idea.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Mega 360, the Mega Live bundle. Here you go. That's what you want,
Yep.
you Humminbird guys. $3,000.
Jeez.
An Ice Helix 9 Mega Side Imaging Plus G4N.
Oh my God.
And the Ice Shuttle, a Mega Live transducer, plus the Ice Shaft.
Yeah.
Dual Spectrum Chirp Ice transducer. Oh, okay. So you do get a regular transducer.
Yeah.
That's cool. And then a 20 amp Norsk battery and charger. Dang.
For $3,000.
$3,000. Yep.
Yeah. Really getting after it with that bad boy. I am really glad to see that everything's starting to come with lithium batteries rather than trying to pack those big old ass lead acid
yeah.
batteries. I don't know what I'm going to do with that 12 amp hour lead acid battery that I got. That thing weighs like 15 pounds. I'll probably just throw it away.
Yeah. Then you're it's basically just outdated at that point.
Oh, it's so dang heavy. Maybe I'll use it to power some lights in my shack or something.
For all you other Humminbird guys not wanting the live imaging, $1,000 for the Ice Helix Chirp all season.
See, there's the deal. Now the Mega Live imaging package is very expensive, but when you're already looking at buying a new rig for $1,000, you're looking at buying just plain old flashers for $500 or $600.
Yeah, $600.
I mean, that advancement in technology for, frankly, like the Panoptics that I got for $1,500 just doesn't seem like that crazy of amount of money.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, if you're doing all season like what we do,
Yeah. It really helps
you're
pay
getting
for
a
it
lot of value
faster.
on that. If
Yeah.
you can get it over on your boat,
Yeah.
back and forth.
Now, that's not to say that, 10 years from, if I was back in my 20s still, early 20s, I'd still be Facebooking it for just a flasher and to start with, and just
Oh, yeah.
still get you way better than anything. You don't have to go crazy on the tech, you could still run the LX6.
The FL18, $400.
Yeah.
I just think that's crazy.
For as old as that technology is on some of those things, it's crazy how much that stuff still costs.
The FL8 is $290.
I feel like the FL8 should be like $50.
I mean, it's a proven unit. I get that, but there's a lot of used ones out there too. If you're looking to get into it a little bit cheaper, custom bundles, and then the old Live Scope bundle. So this is pretty cool. That what Reed's does for $27.99. Okay. They do their own Live Scope all season bundle.
Yep.
So you get your choice of a 20 amp Norsk battery or a 30 amp amped outdoors battery, a summer boat kit. So you get your transducer, power cable, cradle.
That I do like that about it.
That deal.
That's
Literally
a good
just
deal.
take it out of your ice bundle,
Goes
slap
right to
the
the
Garmin, your 9-inch Garmin over into your boat.
Yep.
Which is cool.
It doesn't come with a mount for the boat though. For the Live Scope
Yes.
though.
Yeah, it does.
For the Live Scope.
Oh, not for the boat Live Scope. No.
Yeah.
No, but you could dangle it over the side with a pole.
Just hold it. It ain't that easy. I tried.
Exactly.
It's kind of tough to hold that pole straight.
Line her up. Exactly.
Yeah. Especially if you're moving a little bit.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, let us know what you guys are getting this year. I'd like to hear if
Yeah,
there's
new
some
gear.
other new gear that's out there that we don't know about yet. That's pretty cool. I
Or
know-
anything if you're just upgrading your setup. Let us know. Shoot us some pictures.
Yeah, we like to see new stuff.
Yep. Or if you're into the trick your trap sort of stuff, if you come up with any innovative ideas on how you put your shack together, I think there's some cool stuff out there that I've seen. And
Yeah.
what was that North Metro ice fishing deal you sent me?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Having it's just about ice fishing shelter modifications.
Yeah, there were some pretty cool mods that
Yep.
had been done out there.
I did get the shelter out yesterday and got it all set up, tested out. Okay. Our storage tips worked. Didn't have any, mouse holes or, random stuff. So it's in good shape. The other thing with that too, the windows are clear.
Still clear. So what was that? Go for people that didn't listen.
So last year found a little hot tip on using Meguiar's plastics. It's like a automotive headlight restorer, like plastic trim restorer, basically, on your outer windows, like your shelter windows.
Any windows, yeah. Doesn't
Clear
have to be outer.
plastic
Yep.
windows. Because mine were all fogged over. They looked like
They were
just
yellowed.
hazed,
a little bit,
yellowed, scratched up. I don't know what you call it.
Yep.
Hard to see through. And so used some of that on there, and it took them just freaking clean. They were sharp.
Nice.
And I wasn't sure how that was going to hold up over the summer. They held up really well.
Still clear.
Yeah. Like they're not as clear. Like you could still tell they're not. It's not as it was,
Little haze.
but still at the same time, like it's great.
You don't have to do it every year by any means.
No, but you
get
could
by.
do it again if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But for the money, it was like, I don't know, $5 or $6 for that huge bottle, and you use like
That lasts you your lifetime.
a quarter size, little dollop of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll last you forever. So
So yeah, if you have some window hazing problems, you'll be able to see out.
that
again.
was our hot tip last year, and it actually held up because I wasn't sure. I was like, well, sitting in the heat all summer,
You think the
crinkled
heat
up.
is what makes it
I don't know.
glaze over
They,
like that?
they claim it's the same stuff they put on like convertible car windows
Okay.
to make those out of, and those hold up pretty well. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, I'm just curious what makes them yellow over like that in the first place, or haze up.
I don't know.
Cooking too many hamburgers inside the shack.
Probably there was a lot of canola built up on those.
Yeah. Eating all them freaking cheeseburgers.
Yep. Cool. Awesome.
Yeah, I think that's about all I got for you, Ben.
Yeah, that sounds good. Well, we'll give it a wrap for today and catch you guys back on the next episode. Like I said, we'll be chatting every week throughout the ice season and bringing you guys new content. Try and keep it up to date. So we record, today we're recording on a Monday and we'll drop the episode on a Sunday. So
Yep.
we're keeping it relevant for you guys. We'll get out on the ice as soon as we get some here. We'll be the first in line, stepping out with our spud bars on it,
There you go.
testing out. So awesome. Well, we'll catch you guys next time on
The Short Rod Show.